Hey friends, I'm Jill.
And I'm Courtney, and welcome to this week's episode of This Just Got Weird. You know who made it. Welcome back, amigos.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for continuing to join us.
Continue.
Continue. So I think my karma for making fun of Jill's lisp is that I got incredibly sick for like a week and a half. Still kind of there, but I'm not sick anymore, but my voice is not back to health. So you get me all sexy and nasally. Yes, if I'm hacking up nasties. That's my bad.
It is. That's why you don't make fun of something I have no control over.
I will stop immediately.
No, you won't.
I'm super duper excited for this episode, so...
I am too. So what we're doing, guys, is we're doing like some mini-series, and we are doing the weirdest, craziest, bizarro crimes in every single state.
Yeah, so we're going to go alphabetical order. We're going to do 10 states per episode, and we'll have about one episode from this mini-series every month. So you get this one today, and then next month we'll do the next 10. So stay tuned, because we will get into that. Do you have any news?
I'm trying to think. Do I have news? No. Not Isley. Aiden went to Vegas for a tournament. They did decent. Not as good as they were hoping, but not bad. We're getting ready for State Cup. But that's about it. Soccer is just my life now.
I know. It has been, and it will be for the next year.
I know.
I'm moving on Monday. We're excited.
Woo!
We're going to have a pod lab there, too. We're going to have multiple places to record and enjoy life. I started doing lashes. I just did Jill's lashes like 10 minutes ago. It was so fun. So I'm going to have a lash lab in my house, too. I'm going to have all these get-rich-quick schemes so I can afford my 3 times the amount that I'm paying now house payment. So
yeah, you do what you need to.
Yeah, we do what we must.
Yeah.
Might sell some art or something. Just kidding. Gross. You want to just jump right into it? Because I feel like we've got a lot.
Let's get into it, because this is going to take us a while.
Yeah, this is a big episode.
Because we were trying to, like, keep them short, but some of them were so good that we were just, like, kept going.
Yeah, and so we researched our own. Next time we're going to go in order, so we go back and forth on telling each other that states, but we're going to be a little mixed up this time. So we're going to start off here in Alabama. And this is in Leeds, Alabama. This happened on January 5th, 2024. And maybe some of you have heard about it. I didn't, but some people did. You had, hadn't you?
But
not
yes,
like in-depth.
I had, but not the in-depth version.
So I want to preface this by saying that you can find a blurred video of this on dailymail.com. And you can find somewhat of an uncensored video of this on Instagram. I'm not really sure just search, you'll find it. So on January 5th, 2024, Leeds, Alabama, a man crashes his vehicle into a pole in the Bass Pro Shop parking lot. Mind you, his family is in tow, so they are in the car. He then proceeds to run into the store, strip naked, and jump into the aquarium. Not just jump, he cannonballed into the aquarium. So some officers followed him into the store. It was one of those, so the big aquarium with stairs leading up each side of it. So he had climbed the stairs and jumped in from there. So the cops went up to the side of the aquarium. They were, trying to get him out. He came out on the rocks, not within their reach, unfortunately. He then yelled at them. He's butt-ass naked, by the way. He yells at them, and then he dives back in, does a actual dive. And then he's hanging on the edge of the aquarium, dick out, balls out, butthole out, turdy bum out. So he's out there, and then he climbs over the side of the aquarium, and he falls to the concrete ground. Yeah, he's on the glass side of the aquarium, climbs out of it, falls quite a ways. It has to be at least 12 feet, I would say.
Oh, at least.
At least, because he was, however tall. And he slams his head, still butt-ass naked, on the ground. And he then, the officers are handcuffing him because they meet him down there and he's not moving.
No.
Because he's hurt. So he's laying there. They handcuff him, and all of a sudden he starts screaming, "You're touching my butthole! You're touching my butthole!" to this officer. And so the officer gets pissed and just like starts dragging him out of the store, butt cheeks up, dick down, rubbing across this floor, and he's like physically dragging him like kind of like a slippery little penguin.
Yeah.
I showed Jill the video.
Yeah.
It was, so they're just dragging him out, and then finally some employees come and put a blanket on him, and then the video ends. But that was Alabama.
I just feel bad for the family because, they're like, let's go out for a family outing.
Yeah, and like,
just go get some groceries,
yeah,
maybe a snack.
Yeah, and so his family, his wife and his kids were in the car. So he was charged with public lewdness, disorderly conduct, second-degree assault, resisting arrest, 2 counts of reckless endangerment, and 2 counts of criminal mischief. Unfortunately, I didn't look much into him now. He's probably out by now. But
probably.
Yeah, that was Alabama. So shout out to Alabama for our first weird crime.
Roll Tide.
We'll now head to Alaska, and this was in Anchorage, Alaska, 1938. Reports of multiple female residents started coming in. Reports from multiple female residents started coming in of a series of panty thefts. So their panties were going missing. Oh. And yeah, they didn't have dryers back then. Back in the 1990s.
Back in the 1990s.
We had panty thieves. So, it was 1938, so they didn't have dryers and whatever. So you would hang your panties out on the clothesline or whatever. So they started getting reports of panties going missing off the clothesline. But then some reports even claimed that the Panty Bandit started, that's my name for him, Panty Bandit. He started entering the homes to steal those goods. So he was never apprehended. And then 2 years later, in 1940, reports started again. Women were reporting that their panties were being stolen from their backyards again, off the clothesline. And this time, a suspect was apprehended, and he admitted to the crimes. They didn't release his name. They usually, back then, they released all names for crimes. So they assumed that it was because he was, someone of power, or he was related to someone of power.
Probably.
So they didn't release his name, and he was actually released without any charges, but the police assured the women that he was under frequent surveillance. And then, 2 days later, police busted another man, different man,
Jesus,
stealing panties, and they found multiple pairs in his car. And this was a totally different man. And this time they did release the name. I didn't write it down or anything. But what the fuck is going on in Alaska in the 1930s, 40s?
I don't know, but in the 2000s, I had my underwear stolen.
Ew. It was a Panty Bandit.
I was in college. I did my laundry, and I was, pulling out my clothes, and then I noticed there was no underwear in it. And then I was like, that's weird. So then I don't know why. I went around and be like, did anybody, take some clothes out of the dryer? My underwear?
Yeah.
Nobody did. And I was and it happened 2 or 3 times to the point where I had to sit in the laundromat area and watch my clothes.
Jeez Louise. Yeah, I don't think I've ever, when using a laundromat, I've never left my clothes just for that reason.
Well, this was on, the college dorm floor.
Oh, my gosh.
Somebody had all my underwear.
Well, they probably ended up at the Goodwill bin.
Probably did.
Weird. Gross. Yeah, Alaska. Were you in Alaska by chance?
No, I was not.
No, Idaho.
I did. There were people from Alaska on my floor.
It was probably them.
Probably.
That must be a huge common thing in Alaska.
Maybe. Maybe they just thought I had cuter panties. I don't know.
They wanted them.
They did.
All right.
So now we go down south, the southwest of Arizona, where we come across 47-year-old Wild Bill Iverson. He got his name because he ran wild through the Canyon Lake campground, pointing a gun at people while butt naked.
Stop. I feel like a lot of these crimes are going to consist of people being ass naked.
Yeah, pretty much. He was first pointing a knife at people looking for a fight. It even said in the description that he was trying to get people to fight him. I'm like, dude, you're holding a knife. Nobody's going to fight you. When nobody would do that, that's when he got his gun. Deputies found him heavily intoxicated with a gun loaded with a round in the chamber.
Oh, that's sketchy.
Before he could be interviewed, he took off his underwear and started peeing. Then, instead of putting his pants on, he yelled for everyone to take his picture.
Stop. Wild Bill. He earned his name.
He did. That's how he earned it. He was arrested on 2 counts each of aggravated assault, disorderly conduct, and threatening.
Wow. I believe it.
Could you imagine you're just like out and like, oh, this is beautiful, and some guy comes at you butt naked?
Yeah, you're just like, Arizona, this is so nice.
Dude,
no. Butt-ass naked gun in tow.
You could fall on a cactus.
You could get little Sharpies in your pee-pee.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch.
And your butthole.
And your tardy.
Your tardy?
Your tardy bum. That's our new term. So I saw a Forerunner and I was like, oh, a TRD. And it was in a color I hadn't seen very often. And I was like, if I had a TRD, I would name him Turd. And Jill just goes, we could call him Turdy Bum. So that's our new term, Turdy Bum.
Yeah.
And I would say Wild Bill was probably a Turdy Bum. I hope he'd wiped that day. Or showered at least.
I don't know. You're camping.
Oh, he was camping.
So probably not the cleanest.
No. Disgusting.
Well,
thank you, Wild Bill.
yeah, you did it. So now we move on to Arkansas, where a person got a DWI for riding his lawnmower intoxicated.
I feel like this happens a lot.
I had never heard of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've heard like bicycles and scooters and that kind of stuff, but never a lawn. I think I've even heard of a horse.
Was he the one? Okay. Maybe it's the same one I'm thinking of because it probably was around the same time. It said 2015.
Yeah.
I think that would have been. So a man got arrested or sent home or like they drove him home or whatever because he was driving intoxicated on his lawnmower, but he was headed to the general store to get more beer.
Oh,
was
no.
this him?
He was heading home.
From the general store?
I don't know. It just said he knew he was intoxicated, so he didn't want to drive his car.
Oh.
So he thought he'd drive the lawnmower. So I'm like, Where did you get the lawnmower? So he must have stolen the lawnmower.
Maybe he got.
And he was trying to get home. He didn't know you could get a ticket for driving drunk on a lawnmower. I didn't either.
I think that's fair because, like, I would rather someone be intoxicated on a lawnmower. Like, yes, you could probably run someone over and probably hurt, or run into a building, or run over a chihuahua or something.
Let's not do any of it. Let's just walk home.
Or Uber.
We'll
get you guys an Uber discount code or something. We'll sponsor Uber. Yeah, no, okay. I mean, I get where he was coming from, but I also get how it's probably a safety concern. But I think I would rather him be on that, so I'm with him. Did he have his name?
No, it didn't have a name.
Darn.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say he was Wild Jim.
Wild.
Okay.
It's like, oh.
Yeah, you're up again.
All right, so
next time we're going to try to go in order because we just randomly looked some up.
I had more time this time, so.
Yeah.
Anywho, we are now going back to the west of the great state of California.
Oh, Californication.
So the California
girls are rocking bikinis on top. Can we get in trouble for that?
No, because we sang.
We sang it. Sorry, Katie.
The California Highway Patrol, CHIP, pulled over a Rolls-Royce Ghost for speeding.
Okay.
Once he was pulled over, they realized that he was intoxicated. So they were arresting. Yeah, I know.
All these people are drunk.
He was then, being arrested for driving under the influence.
Yeah.
When they checked the car, they found 5 cell phones, 4 large containers of weed, and a 1-month-old spider monkey in a onesie.
Spider monkey? 1 month old?
1 month old.
Where'd he get this spider monkey?
I don't know. Oh. Like, it didn't say because I kept reading. I was like, where do you get...
Where does one acquire a spider monkey?
Yeah, so he was charged with a DUI, possession of cannabis for sale, and possession of an exotic animal, because you cannot have exotic animals without a permit and all that kind of stuff.
In California. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I know some states are different. I've looked into this.
Yeah,
Don't
I
ask
know
me
you
why.
have.
Actually, I'm going to tell you why. Because I want an otter more than anything in my whole life. I love otters. And so I've looked up in Idaho if you can have an otter. And yes, you can, but you have to have the exotic
you
animals
have to
permit.
have the exotic animals permit. So
Yeah. I'm guessing he did not have a permit.
he didn't.
Okay.
It said that one of the police officers took the monkey home to keep him overnight until they could get him to the zoo.
Imagine that being like your job.
like,
You're like, oh, I get to
coming
take this
home.
monkey home. So is the monkey okay?
Yeah, he is actually in the Oakland Zoo. They took him in. They renamed him Marcel off
Marcel.
of Ross's monkey on
Oh, I
Friends.
don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's off of Friends.
I thought you were going to say the movie Madagascar. Like King Julian or something.
No, Marcel the monkey on Friends.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Could you imagine, like, oh yeah, we got cell phones, we got weed, and we got weed.
Well,
there's
yeah,
the
and I'm
monkey.
like, they probably noticed the monkey first, unless it was like tucked away somewhere. Hopefully he
probably-
wasn't locked in the trunk or anything.
I bet he was like in a carrier or
Oh,
something.
probably that makes more sense. I'm just thinking about this monkey like in a baby car seat or something. He's just like, because he's got a onesie on.
Yeah.
So I can imagine that he's just sitting there in a car seat, but a carrier makes more sense.
I'm just assuming he
But
might
I
have
kind
been
of
in a car seat.
my first initial is that he's just hopping around the car, like from seat to seat.
He
So
might have been. We don't know. Maybe that's why he was speeding, because the monkey was just jumping all over the place.
maybe the monkey jumped down by his feet and pressed on the gas pedal. I'm
Probably.
surprised he didn't try to blame Marcel.
He might have. I bet
He probably did.
Be
I
like,
mean-
I wasn't speeding, and the monkey kept pouring liquor down my throat.
The monkey was the aggressor. He was the influencer.
I kept saying, "No, baby monkey."
And Marcel
cannot.
kept that peer pressure on.
He's like, "Stupid human, you will be drinking. Go
Chug.
get that weed and let's go."
They just hotbox this damn freaking Rolls Royce with a fucking monkey. He's got like a bottle of Tito's and a fucking joint. The poor monkey. The monkey's probably pissed to be in Oakland Zoo now. He's
Yeah.
probably like, I was living the fucking high life, literally.
Yeah.
And now he's just like, he probably has got mega bitches at this
now
zoo, though.
he's got to be like naked because
Yeah, no clothes.
No
he's like,
clothes.
I
He's
used to
gotta
fucking have
eat.
drip.
like plain food.
Yeah.
No more like caviar and shit.
No more marijuana for sure.
Yeah.
Poor monkey. Well, I hope Marcel's doing well.
I hope he's got his bitches.
Jeez.
The Oakland Zoo is listening to this and like, he's fine.
You know he has bitches. He's like,
yeah.
girls, I used to ride around with Timmy John and we just
Timmy John.
smoked weed every day. Oh, Marcel. Bless you, Marcel. Hope you're doing well in the Oakland Zoo. And fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Now we're in Colorado. Colorado actually was more like just drug busts than anything, which
Okay.
which is,
I could see.
it's fine. But I
Whatever.
did find a list of the dumbest criminals, so I picked 4.
Oh, perfect.
So a 68-year-old Denver man was arrested 5 hours after robbing a bank because he wore his name on his shirt and he drove his own car. Could you imagine going to all that work?
Like, this is the heist of the century.
You're like,
and then you got your
yes.
fucking name tag on.
And then you're like, how'd you guys find me so fast?
I'm surprised they didn't catch him, like, immediately, though, because usually those are busted at the bank.
I think
aren't
if I was like the person, I'd be like, hey, Dave, you may want to take your name tag off.
they? Yeah, and then he'd blast your face off.
Probably.
And he'd go to jail for murder as well.
Yeah.
Well, good for him. I wonder what his name was. And why his name was on his shirt. Oh, maybe a name tag.
Probably a name tag.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's probably a mechanic they have there.
probably. Well, and the fact that he drove his own car, too.
Yeah, what? Like, he didn't cover his plates or anything, I'm
No.
assuming. Doubt it.
Nope.
So
They
all the
literally looked
surveillance-
up his plates. They saw the name on the shirt, went
Yep.
to his house. They're like,
had the money.
hey, do you by chance have tons of money in your possession?
I mean,
He only got 5 hours enjoyment, too.
he did.
Poor guy.
Couldn't even spend it.
No. Then we have 27-year-old male that was under house arrest wearing a court-ordered ankle bracelet who decided that it would not stop him from robbing over a dozen houses.
Stop. Idiot. Like, if you're gonna do it, just at least wait till you're off freaking ankle bite probation.
Well, I'm like, dude, you're on house arrest. That means they can find you as soon as you leave.
Well, and you're gonna get, you're gonna get alerted the second you leave the house anyways. He was probably on drugs, too.
Oh, probably. More than likely.
Colorado, they're drug-addicted people.
Now we have a 33-year-old Lamont man arrested for impersonating a cop at an adult video store. I'm really surprised he actually got caught. He stated he was an age verification detective, and he had to watch the films to make sure the actors were of age.
Stop it. Is that a thing? There's no way.
No, there's not a thing.
What the fuck? There's no way he went in there and said age verification detective. So he rented all the films, or did he want them for free?
He got them for free. He took them because he was the age verification detective.
How did he get caught then? Because I'm sure that kid working at the video store was like, "Oh yeah, you're doing the Lord's work."
I doubt the kid would. I doubt it was a kid to begin with. It was probably some old like 60-year-old guy. And he's like, "Yeah, go for it." And then he's like on the phone, like, "Hey, there's a guy pretending to be you."
Kevin here, he's watching all these videos in the back room.
He just told me he's an age verification detective.
Gross.
Like how? Oh, that person looks. That person looks of age. We're fine.
That woman is definitely at least 22.
Of age.
That gentleman
with those knockers, yeah.
That package that gentleman is carrying, for sure.
100%.
For sure, 27.
At least.
He probably had dictated all these reports. He's got a report for everyone. He's like, "I'm serious. See,
I really
read my report. A detective, self-appointed."
And lastly, we have a Denver woman who was arrested by skipping jury duty. They found this out because she was bragging about it on the radio.
On the radio?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You just call in or
Yeah, call in. They're like, "What's the best thing you did today?" And she was bragging how she skipped out on jury duty.
Nice. Well, she would have gotten in trouble anyways.
It's the same way when people post on Facebook that they're sick or something.
Yeah, and then they're at a concert.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Oh, I just went on vacation."
Have you seen that video, or there's a meme, and it's this girl is wearing a blanket over her face with just eyeballs and glasses cut out? And it was someone was interviewing her at a Taylor Swift concert, and she's like, "I have to wear this because I called out of work to be here today." I'm like, that's okay. I give that person credit.
You know what?
Sweet.
Smart.
Yeah. So
also, she could have just been like, I can't be interviewed.
Yeah, just don't go on TV then. All right, so we're gonna move along to Connecticut, and this one is very recent, as of last month, and this woman's just getting arraigned this week. She was arraigned on Wednesday, and this one's a little heavier. So I'm sure that's why this one was at the forefront of searching Connecticut, because it's happened so recently. On February 17th this year in Waterbury, Connecticut, police responded to a fire set at the victim's home. The stepmom of the victim had escaped the home, and responders had to help the victim out of the home and placed him in the care of EMS. So after talking to him and realizing that he's severely emaciated and not really well, they found out that he had set fire to the home to escape as he was being held captive by his stepmom since he was 11 years old. Mind you, this man was 32 at this time.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So her name was Kimberly Sullivan. She is now facing charges including first-degree assault, second-degree kidnapping, first-degree unlawful restraint, and she was arraigned in court this past Wednesday with a bond set at $300,000, which not enough in my opinion. But the victim, he had endured 20 years of prolonged abuse, starvation, severe neglect, inhumane treatment at the hands of his stepmom. So I don't know how he set the fire. We'd have to look into it further, which I probably will, but for the sake of just this episode, it's pretty brief. But yeah, this is happening recently. Right now, her case is going on. So we'll have to have our friend Allie, who's a very avid
crime junkie.
Not even just a crime junkie, but like a court junkie. She'll listen to just the most random cases, which we love it because then she comes and tells us all of them. So, Allie, if you're listening, watch the case of Kimberly Sullivan and keep us updated because I would love to see her go to prison for a very, very, very long time. And this poor man, like they said, his condition was awful. He was starved, emaciated, like he was like given the bare minimum of food and water. He was locked up. And I just like... I wonder how you get to that, like, I don't know. It's sad. She must have had, like, very good control over him.
Well, that's just it. Like,
and
but the
weak.
fact that he made it that long.
Yeah. Poor guy.
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
I know. So, prayers and manifestations and love for him that he can recover.
Yeah.
And probably, like, psychologically recover as well. Because that's, like,
yeah,
that's
I hope
really
he
upsetting.
Gets set up with a really good therapist and...
I hope her ass gets beat in prison.
Oh, I hope she gets shanked.
From 11 to 32. Like, that's your whole...
That's your whole life.
It's your childhood.
Like, that's how you be... That's the...
Your teen years.
Yeah. Where you develop and become a person and, like... Oh, I can't even imagine.
I know. Poor guy. So
I hope she gets it in jail.
Me too. Yeah, so Connecticut. That one was a little sad, so...
Yeah, that one is sad.
Jesus. I can't breathe because this is the most I've talked. I'm sick. I got a fever. I'm just gonna stop for you. The only cure is more crimes.
All right, so now we're going to go to Delaware, where 4 people were arrested for multiple thefts at All Saints Cemetery between September 24th and November 24th. 4 suspects were seen carrying large bags or backpacks and stealing brass ceremonial vases. In the 3-month span, they stole 200 bronze vases that equal to around $100,000.
Jeez Louise. What are the vases for? Is that what you're cremated in?
I don't know.
Like, I feel like if you're cremated, you're put in an urn.
I wonder if it was like vases to put like that, because you know how some headstones
they have the vases attached,
and then you
to
can
the
put
headstone, right?
Flowers and stuff like that.
That's horrible. And I wonder if this All Saints Cemetery has, like, that's their standard, is to have a bronze vase with your headstone.
Yeah, probably.
That's horrible.
200. They stole 200 of them.
And 4 people were arrested?
Yeah.
Good.
And like, the charges involved, like, trespassing, like, detrimental to, like, cemetery... What am I trying to say?
I have no fucking clue.
Blah, blah, blah.
Detrimental to cemetery.
They went to jail.
They were arrested.
They got, like, trespassing and other like, they had a lot of charges against them. But I'm sorry, you're going to be haunted also for the rest of your lives. Oh, yeah.
With those 200 vases, like, I hope they were returned and, you know.
Well, I'm sure, I don't know, unless they melted them down.
Horrible. You just don't mess with that. Like, people, like, that's so sad. For the families.
You are messing with the spirits.
Yeah. Haunted.
Like, for the rest of your lives.
I'd haunt somebody's ass. Like, still in my bronze vase?
I would poltergeist.
What the fuck? Poltergeist them. You dice them up.
Dice them up into tiny little pieces.
Poltergeist them. Poltergeist.
I don't know. It's Friday, guys.
Yeah, it is. We don't usually record on Fridays. Here we are.
And this is why.
Well, I'm choking. I'm choking on existence.
Don't die on me.
Okay.
Dude, give up the smoking. What would Choso say right now?
What would he say?
He would say, stop smoking.
Oh. Don't spit your drink, brother. You're going to get the microphone all watery.
Where were you thinking?
I don't know what I was thinking. I thought he would say something dirty.
No, he would tell you to stop smoking.
Give me a kiss. He'd be like, you're so beautiful with your smoking lungs. Sweet little Choso. Sukuna would light more ciggies for me. He'd be like, suck them down.
All 4 hands have one.
smoke them all at the same time.
And then he's got one in each mouth.
Fucking big fat cigars. His little pee-pee mouth has its own mini one. Oh.
It's like, what's on fire? Oh, it's just Sukuna.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about when we talk about this stuff, just look up the characters. Sukuna has 4 arms.
Yeah.
Holding a ciggy for me.
Mouths everywhere.
Mouths on his hand, his stomach, I'm guessing his pee-pee. His face.
Yeah, his face.
Side of his face. He's got extra eyeballs. He's got a lot of extra extremities and extra body parts, so you know what that means.
A fun time.
For someone, yeah, for sure.
In the make-believe world.
Let's head to Florida.
Now, so Florida, this was hard also,
This one,
too.
yeah, because, I mean, all the weird crimes you think of.
I could have gone forever.
Yeah, we could do a whole episode, probably a whole mini-series on just Florida man crimes. Because that was the thing for a long time was, Florida man.
I mean, if you're from Florida, you know the Florida man. Well,
everyone's the Florida man.
Everybody. Well, a Florida man was charged with a deadly weapon and wildlife violation because he tossed a 3.5-foot gator, live gator, through the window of a fast food restaurant.
Stop.
Poor cashier just wanting
poor alligator.
Well, both. The 2 victims, the gator and the person, I feel bad for them. Yeah. And how do you
Well, that's why I'm like, where do you get this gator? You're holding it in your car,
well, okay,
obviously.
It's Florida. He got it.
No, I know, but okay.
You can get him anywhere.
You grab this gator, you put him in your car. Where did he grab it from his vehicle? He must have been holding him.
I bet he had him on the seat. I bet he had him I wonder if he had his mouth duct taped.
Oh.
So it didn't bite him. And then he hurried and unwrapped the duct tape and chucked him.
Fun fact, I think alligators and crocodiles are so cute.
I know, I
alligators
love them.
More so. But that's so sad. He'd have it wrapped up and just throw it through the window. I mean, I guess it's not a hazard then. I mean, if his mouth's duct taped shut.
Yeah, but could you...
Why even do that, though?
Because you're a Florida man.
Florida man.
That's the only explanation you need. I am a Florida man.
I guess, yeah. Why would anyone do any of these things? It's bizarre.
I don't know, but just be yeah, your total's 3... Ah! Gator slashing. You're just what's going on?
I think I'd be excited. I'd be oh my gosh, is this my tip? I'd take him home.
I'd be Reggie. I would just roll on him and I'll be you're mine now.
Yeah, I'd be Gator, roll him home. You're just
we're coming home.
Come on, Reginald. You're my baby now.
Reginald.
I'd give him a little top hat. Sukuna would hand him a cigar.
A little bow tie.
Yeah, he'd be so cute. Little tap dancing shoes. The fuck?
So you hear him
people come over. I'm don't worry, that's just Reginald. He's coming to tap dance for you.
He's actually coming to say hi. Don't worry.
He's had a troubled life, okay? he was thrown through a window
trauma
by Florida man.
But it's fine.
We're okay now. He's living the good life.
Well, this Florida man had a name of Brandon Wright.
He had a Florida man with name.
With name.
Name in tow.
But he also was naked and armed with a machete.
Jeez, oi.
And he tried to steal another man's clothes.
At least he was trying to not be nude.
The police chopper captured him doing push-ups.
What?
Before laying on the ground, butt-ass naked, to get arrested.
What the fuck? So they're get down. He's okay, but I gotta pump some.
I didn't do my push-ups. I gotta
get some reps in, brother. As we're saying this, we're pushing up in the air, so we're very verbal.
We too need to get our push-ups.
We gotta get our reps, our air ups. Just go. We're fucking stupid.
I wonder how many times the police, especially in Florida, have to deal with naked people.
Oh, I'm sure police everywhere, not even just in Florida, but everywhere, have to deal with crazy amounts of nudity. In Alabama, clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Arizona.
Arizona, everyone's nude. There was, oh my gosh, here.
What?
Well, let me finish. What?
What you say?
Well, so here, not recently, but recently. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm gonna give a very vague description of this, and everyone here is gonna know what I'm talking about. I mean, almost everybody. That naked man that was found out on, I don't know if it was 45th or out in Iona or out somewhere, and I think they were from Swan Valley. He had got arrested naked or something, and then they took him to the hospital to do like psych. Then he got released, and he murdered.
Oh, I do remember that.
Didn't he murder his
partner?
Wife, his kid, and his dog?
Did they have a kid?
Yeah. The baby's...
Oh, that's right.
The baby's... Trigger warning. The baby's throat was slit so bad that the head was almost decapitated.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, and then I think her throat was slit, the wife or the spouse. And then he killed the dog as well, which... Okay. We're on... Just remember we're on different levels, everybody. Some of you guys have babies, so I apologize. But that dog... Like, when I heard the dog, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Heartbreaking.
I do remember that.
Because, and he was found nude.
Well, and then... Because then because I used to work in the hospital, like, if we came across a patient like that, you wouldn't let them go. They would be on a 72-hour hold, and then they would be shipped off to
wasn't Ermac getting investigated and everything because of it?
Yeah, because they let him go, and he's still...
Well, and the cops, too. I'm like, put him in jail for a night or something. Like, make sure he's mentally sound before he's... And then he
and they did an eval, and I'm like, there's no way that guy can... You can't come in naked and not...
Be under some kind of mental stress.
Some mental health issue.
Yeah. Yeah, he should have went to BHC or something.
Or you just be like, oh, you know what? I was hot.
Well, that's what I'm like. He must have had, like, mentally, he must have been like... Oh, okay, I'm fine. No, really, I'm fine. Like, he must have convinced them somehow. But then you leave naked?
Or they were just so overwhelmed with everything else going on that they were just like, okay. But yeah, so they got investigated because you're supposed to, I think it's like a 72-hour hold. And he was released like the next day. Yeah. If not like 8 hours.
24
yeah,
hours,
it was less than 24 hours.
Yeah. Hell.
Yeah, I do remember that.
It's because Idaho, we're getting all these crazy things happening, and none of us know how to deal with it because we're usually just very, very cushiony, very comfortable.
Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah. Back to the actual episode. On a lighter note, sorry, that was kind of upsetting. So we're going to Georgia in Butts County. I'm immature. It may be Butte. I'm guessing Butts County.
Nah, I bet it's Butts.
It's Butts. Butts County in Georgia. In early June, I think it was 2021. I forgot to write it down, but early June 2021, a 36-year-old shop employee pulled a handgun on another employee and was threatening him, like screaming at him. So the other employee was 19. So a kid, like a teenager. Yeah. This guy was 36, started screaming at this teenager, pointing a gun at him and saying, "Come down here, I'm going to shoot you in your dick."
What?
Yeah. And the reason this 36-year-old man was so angry, so this 19-year-old had just gone to the restroom, came back out to work, whatever. The 36-year-old man went in after him. He came out screaming and hollering because he said he found some urine on the toilet seat.
What?
That pissed about some droplets. I mean, maybe he pissed all over. Who knows? But either way, you find some pee on the toilet seat and come out and yell at a teenager that you're going to shoot him in the dick.
I just can't.
Yeah, ridiculous.
I'm like, I have no words for that.
So absurd. I know. Like, how childish and... I mean, that man has mommy issues or something. He was never disciplined as a child. So he was arrested on aggravated assault charges, rightfully.
I mean, I would hope so.
Grown adult baby man.
Good Lord.
Picking on a teen kid. I'd be pissed, dude. If that was Benny and he had some little droplets on the toilet seat and someone came... No.
I know.
Light them up.
I mean,
I'll piss on his head.
Yelled at my child.
Well, of course. Clean. Lars always yells at Benny to he's like, clean off the piss.
But I've never thought to threaten to shoot off his weenus.
Yeah. Yeah. That poor kid.
Poor child.
Yeah, I know. So, yes, that is our first 10 crimes.
That was delightful.
It was delightful. It was a fun episode, so I hope you guys enjoy it because we've got 4 more coming your way.
I know.
And our next episode is Idaho.
Idaho. Oh,
We'll have to come up with a couple for Idaho. That'd be fun. So
I'm sure there's plenty.
And I already have mine for Washington. I was telling Jill and our PA about this the other day. I'm not going to share with you guys. You guys aren't getting it till July. It is the best crime I've ever heard.
Yeah.
So I'm
agree.
excited for that one.
That's going to be a while.
I know. See you in July.
All right. Well, I mean, kind of random facts-ish, kind of, with our episode.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna end it with a great random fact.
Perfect.
Of fashion.
Fashion. A fashion fact. Okay.
Fashion fact.
If it's fucking soggy ass fat bandages, pissed.
It's not.
Okay.
It's better.
Oh.
Romans. Let me see what doesn't say. Back in ye old times.
It says ye old time.
It doesn't, but I'm like,
okay.
It's back in the
Back
old
in the
time.
1990s.
Way farther than that.
Okay.
Romans wore penis good luck charms.
What? What?
They were known as faciums, and
Fallaciums.
represented something called fascias populi Romani.
So are they wearing someone else's penis?
No, it's a sacred phallus that was tended by the vestal virgins and was considered a symbol of safety of Rome. A phallic image was paraded around the streets at the annual festival of Bacchus as well.
Of Bakugo.
And I have a picture.
Oh, okay. So they're not real penises. I'm going to describe this to you guys. This is a metal, what would you say, a brass?
It's iron or brass.
Iron or brass, and it's crafted in the shape of a penis.
Like
with
the head,
wings.
The head is a penis.
It's like an animal, and it's a charm.
It has wings. It has the feet
Of a
and
dog.
hooves.
Oh, it's a hoof.
Yeah, it's a hoof
bull.
of a bull, which has another penis coming out from underneath it, and then it has a penis tail.
Oh, well, save that picture, and we'll post it for you guys. There is a penis charm. So where would they wear these? Like around their neck, on their...
It doesn't really say. I bet they just wore it on their clothing somehow.
So are we going to start that trend again?
We should.
Okay. I'm down.
I mean, we did have that superstition good luck charm episode.
We did. So back in the ye old Roman times, I'm bringing that back because I feel like they were very fortunate.
It worked for them.
Yeah. So let's wear them. We're going to be wearing penis charms here shortly.
I mean, especially the times we live in now, anything would be...
Anything's an improvement. Anything that brings us a
is
little bit of
welcomed.
bliss. Bring us the bliss. Stay tuned for the rest of our mini-series to finish out all the states, one each month. And you can follow us at our social media accounts.
Yes, we have an Instagram, a TikTok, and a Threads at This Just Got Weird Pod.
And a Facebook page that you can just search This Just Got Weird Pod, I believe.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And thank you for continuously listening to us.
Thank you for joining us every week and being our friends. We've been getting a lot of comments lately from people who've listened. They're like, you guys are just so fun to sit and just listen to and hang out with. And that was our goal for this podcast, was to be just some friends to each other, some friends to you guys that you feel like you're just listening to, your friends chat and banter.
Dropping the tea.
Yeah, just hang out with us, and we're grateful for you, and we shall see you next week. Bye.